Alright guys, now that we've finished getting sidetracked by the VP, let's get back to the playground tour, shall we? I'm your host, Super Nerd Miles, and we're starting off with Minnie's Melodyland. Ready, steady, go! Holy! ToonTown's finale. There's so many. It's ridiculous how many cog buildings there are in ToonTown Central right now. Normally, you never see buildings like this in ToonTown Central. You only see like one or two on occasion. In this case, there are so many, it's ridiculous. It just seems like since this is the last night, it almost seems like they've upped the cog spot. Minnie's Melodyland, probably my favorite district, since I'm very musically inclined. I mean, you've got these trees that look like they've got music staves, kind of just wrap them. The trash cans look like jukeboxes. The lampposts are either recorders or clarinets. I'm decided. There's a jukebox recycling can. There's just a random drum set sitting in the corner. There are also jukebox flowers, as you can see. It's just a very, very fun place. Except for one building. And if I see it, I'll point it out. And I love all the music puns for these places. Rests rooms. More scores. Sporting goods. These are just such perfect puns. And I believe there's also Is this the place? Notations Office Supplies. Run by Clef. This guy is a jerk. During, I believe, the task in Minnie's Melodyland that will give you the small gag bag, the medium gag bag, I forget exactly what it is. Essentially, I think it's carry 40 gags, but I could be wrong about that. You get the task of delivering a whole cream pie to Clef. For those of you who've forgotten, whole cream pie is the level 5 throw. And unless you've been doing some grinding, it is fairly unlikely that you would have it by this point. Meaning that if you're not careful, you'll get saddled with one of your, at this time I believe 2, although you might have gotten your 3rd toon task carry by this point, stuck until you hit level 5 and throw, and you can deliver a whole cream pie to Clef. So that guy's a jerk. But he also talks like a Jamaican, which is kind of funny. Glad-handers, level 4s, Cellbots. Ambient. Especially the playground. I mean, the main gimmick of the playground are the stairs are like giant what's not are like giant tubas, I guess you would say. But essentially, supposed to go up in the corner here. Although there is a little glitch. If you stand like right under it like this and jump, you'll go right through the floor. There are the usual three. Tunnels. One leading back to Town Central, one leading to the Brrrgh, the next playground, and one leading to Donald's Dreamland. This is actually the only tunnel that actually leads to Donald's Dream. There's also I like the pond. The pond here is in the middle of a giant circular piano. I believe at some point in time that there was actually a Ferris wheel there, or not a Ferris wheel, a carousel there, before they took it out to accommodate the swimming pool. I just really like this place. Another thing about this place that's always memorable is that this was the last. I was in the middle of this playground when I finally gave up and scrapped my third take of the ToonTown Let's Play, which was where my during the take that I got the farthest. This was the first take that this was the first tune in general that I ever got past Donald's dock in. Before that, the farthest I'd got was I had exploited a glitch to get to finish ToonTown Central on a free tune. This one's full. Oh well. But I'd exploited a glitch to back at the time that I was playing this as a free user before my membership. The final block was before the final gag training task. When you tried to take it, it was the only thing you could take. If you went straight to the source, to the person that gave you your first task, he would actually give you the first step of it, which is kind of nice because it would let free users get their sound gag, yada yada yada. But either way, when I was playing as Miles recording, this was the first time I had gotten past Donald's dock. And it felt really good recording. I would record all I could, but I never got around to editing or releasing those videos. So that was 50 plus episodes that eventually got scrapped because I started losing recordings on the means of like 3 hours. Taking that trip down memory lane, we got here to the Brrrgh, or the Brrrgh, which is very chilly. I believe if you actually get into battle, these, or maybe it's just if they sneeze or whatever, these fire hydrants are very cold. They'll spit out ice cubes and stuff. Everything apparently has a cold here, because this place is very cold. This is the place you'll start really finding high-level cogs. And it also contains one of those who Bill Oldman, the guy who both starts and finishes you in the Brrrgh, and he is an unreasonable jerk. Some of his tasks are next to impossible. They're so annoying. But here we are at the playground, and I believe I'm going to bid you once again adieu. Hey guys, Super Miles here, and welcome to the Brrrgh. We're continuing on with our playground tour. I believe y'all might remember this place because I think I recorded at least one channel update here. Running around here in the Brrrgh. This is actually the first playground that doesn't really say whose it is, but this is Pluto's playground. If you fish here with at least a bamboo rod, you can find frozen fish. This place has 3 streets, same as always. One leading to Donald's Dock, one leading to Minnie's Melodyland, and one leading to Lawbot HQ. I'm going to skip this for the time being because I just kind of want to go in the typical order. So I'm going to just go ahead and teleport over to Minnie's Melodyland so that I can head on to Donald's Dreamland. So one of the things that you might have noticed is I said that this street was the only street that actually leads to Donald's Dreamland. And y'all probably noticed it yourself if you were paying attention. But how can that be? After all, there are only a few others leading to Donald's Dreamland. So what does the third one lead to? Well, there actually isn't one. So, yeah. This hole here, I have no idea if it actually has a purpose or not. I believe it mysteriously appeared around the time that Smirky's Doodle was missing, which was actually the event that predated Doodle. Smirky apparently had a Doodle that went missing. Around the same time, I think this alcove here opened up, as well as this pit in the ground. And when they finally found Flippy's Doodle, I forget exactly what happened there, but that led to a bunch of Doodles being discovered and Doodles becoming pets. But either way, on that note, we are here at Lullaby Lane, one of only two streets on Donald's Dreamland. This one is one of two streets to have equal representation among all four types of cogs. The other, of course, being Silly Street and ToonTown Central, meaning that the only ones with equal representation are the first and the last ones. If you actually look at some of them, the buildings will have their shutters in such a way that they look like half-closed eyes. Whoops, that was a weird glitch. This is pretty much the place that you'll find the highest level. I believe during an invasion on the other street in this district, or on the other street in this playground, you can actually occasionally find level cogs. It's rare. Usually you'll be finding levels 7 through 9, but it's possible, I believe. Which is the highest level you can find cogs naturally, because level 11 cogs and level 12 cogs are building only. Level 7 through 11 and 8 through 12 being the building only species. Although you couldn't quite tell it because 3 of my 4 tasks are anywhere, and the last one is where the other street takes you. Cashbot HQ. Aw, come on. Okay, be right back. Okay, once more with feeling. Let's see, in the last... before I crashed, I did actually get to the playground. I pretty much crashed right before actually getting into the playground. So I have no regrets about just warping there. So... we're just going to act as if I had just come out here. Hey, Donald's Dreamland playground. Donald is the only guy who's special and gets to be the mascot of 2 different playgrounds, but Donald is sleepwalking around here somewhere. There he is. He'll sleepwalk around and he'll dream stuff at you. Well, hello there, Miles. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know if you could have heard that. But essentially, there's the gag shop on one side, and as well as the trolley. There's a junk building. You rarely see junk buildings. I think only ToonTown Central and Dawn's Dreamland have it. Like buildings that serve no real purpose other than potential toon tasks. And on the other side, there's the pet shop, the clothing store, and the other street. Pajama Place, which leads to Cashbot HQ. Now, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, the pet store here, as well as I also believe the that the Brrrgh might be just as good, but these are some of the best doodles. Like this one. This is, if memory serves, the most expensive guy right here. Rarely sad, rarely forgets, sometimes bored, often affectionate. Rarely tired is better, but $49.98 is, I believe, the best doodle possible. I mean, this is almost like the one that I got. Rarely tired. I also got rarely confused, though. So yeah, there's some really good doodles here. Problem is, they cost north of 4,000 jelly beans, so good luck grinding for that. Even if it was staying open, good luck grinding for that. I was grinding for a long time before I was able to afford that sucker. But it could be worth it because doodles can bail you out. Unfortunately, I never really spent all that much time training mine. Which, trust me, if ToonTown does stay open, before I go back and start recording anymore, I'm going to grind up, get a good Dreamland doodle on Super Nerd, and I'm also going to work on maxing both Miles and Super Nerd's doodles. Well, at least partially, I suppose. It would be a little bit tricky because it would be at least a little bit tricky because Super Nerd wouldn't have any other tricks, I don't think. But I digress. After all, Dreadnought. I've owned Dreadnought a while, and I've still barely trained it. Which isn't to say that I've been lax in it. I've done it quite a lot. It just takes that long. Like, doodle training and getting the laugh boosts from racing are the most monotonous parts of ToonTown, in my opinion. Because they both take forever. Either way, here we are at Cashbot HQ. And boy, have I been spending a lot of time here recently. After all, a lot of my tasks, the best way to has been Cashbot Mint after Cashbot Mint. I'm not here for one today, though, because, well, it's pretty much closing. I'm just going to be recording this and that the entire time. Now, the big thing here are the trains. That one was very thoughtful and stuff. You can actually get run over by these guys, and they will hurt, so look left and right before crossing the street, boys and girls. They'll occasionally stop. I believe they do 10 damage to you if you touch them, especially if if they run over you, obviously. Wow, I've just hit the stop lane, huh? It's really weird. Yes, this is the Cashbot HQ, aka the train. And yeah, that went up too. Every single one of them stopped. So weird. But yes, they're instead of the factory, what this has is it has the mints. There are 3 mints: coin, dollar, and bullion. Each of them mint to each of them are meant to mint a specific type of cog bucks. And they are hard. Usually you will be finding level 10 through 12 with the occasional level 9 cog. And this is not one of those cases that you just beat a bunch of them and earn your Cashbot suit. Oh no. You get your Cashbot suit as part of your Dreamland tasks. It took me forever. It took me forever to get my Cashbot suit, but in my opinion it was entirely worth it. Once you finally get it, you get to come here. And you open that big door despite the fact that the bottom of the handle is still taller than you. This is the place that you can only come in once you have your suit, so you get to see my level 4 short change suit. I have not done nearly as many CFOs. CFOs, in my opinion, are probably the hardest, especially if you want to solo them. And just like with the VP, I have recorded a CFO run, which will be uploaded at some point in time. But other than that, we're pretty much done here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this room so that I can pull out my sticker book, and then I'm headed to the Brrrgh to show off Lawbot HQ. But why ever would I wait to show you the CFO when I'm already in Cashbot HQ? In the next bonus episode of Disney's ToonTown Online, we will take another break from the playground tour to show a fight with the Cashbot Chief Financial Officer, the CFO. Miles out.